This week,
students show their school pride with Spirit Week.
MCHS welcomes the new security team.
We splash some color on the McHenry community.
Students pick up the new edition of The Warrior.
We crown homecoming royalty.
And we go head-to-head with the Gators on Friday night.
All of that and more
on The Warrior Weekly. Good morning, Warriors, and welcome to this week's edition of the Warrior Weekly, presented by Warrior Student Media. I'm Cooper Tembruin.
And I'm Ryan Ahmet. Today we explore all of the staples of Homecoming Week and feature our new security team.
But first, students play dress-up for this year's Homecoming Week.
Last week, MCHS students showed their enthusiasm for the homecoming dance and game by participating in Spirit Week. Charlotte Alexander explained how the Spirit Days have been chosen.
At the beginning of the year, we had a summer kickoff, and during those meetings, we brainstormed ideas about what we might want, what's popular right now. So we piled them together and just kind of see what people like. It's fun. It'll be fun.
The student council spent time trying to pick out their best Spirit Days. April Hanneman and Kira Lowe explained why they wanted to participate in Spirit Week.
It's our senior year, it's our last year here, so we just wanted to go all out for all the days, and both of us just really like minions, so
yeah, it's just a fun thing to do, and it's our last opportunity to dress up like that.
Probably this day was the day we're most excited for.
Yeah, Minion Day and White Lie Day I think will be fun too.
With a lot of students enjoying the opportunities to dress up, most students were excited for White Lie Day.
We are really excited about White Lies Day just because it's been so popular on TikTok and there's just so much that you can do with it.
This was a great way to set up for a thrilling homecoming football game and dance. Reporting for the Warrior Weekly were Caden Bunting, Jack Lulo, Layla Moreno, Kira Kearns, Ari Juarez, Keith Pierce, and Tyler Houston.
The annual MTI Career Expo is happening tomorrow night from 6 to 8 p.m. here at the Upper Campus. Come by to meet representatives from careers in the technical field and maybe even get some internship opportunities.
Now security. We see them first thing in the morning and as we leave. With both a new security head and new guards, they get a new look.
The members of McHenry High School security team work hard to ensure the safety of the students who attend. This year, many new security guards have been hired, including the new director of security, Art Delgadillo.
I've been a security guard since middle of August, so I guess I just started recently. Yeah, I took this job because I really care about what's going on in society. I love working with people. I love community. I love helping out kids. And so being a policeman, a retired policeman, that's kind of what I did. I felt like it was almost a perfect fit.
Here at MCHS.
It's a lot of fun. We get to interact with students. We get to interact with staff. But more importantly, we get to make sure that they are safe and that this is a fun environment. My favorite thing is probably just getting to know the students, their personalities, who they are, the leaders of tomorrow. It's exciting to see what they are learning here at the school. So I think that's probably the best part about it, is just seeing the future leaders of tomorrow.
On top of newly hired security guards, the security team is made up of returning members whom the MCHS student body all know and love.
Well, it's not hard, but you do have to be vigilant with all the stuff that's going around in today's world. So you really have to take it seriously. The kids make it fun. You guys make my job fun.
The security team is a crucial part of ensuring the safety of MCHS students, taking on a large responsibility throughout the school.
I think they should be more appreciated through the school because how they're putting their own lives at they're putting their own lives at risk, and plus how they need to be dedicated to their work.
When entering the building or walking through the hallways, make sure to greet our security guards and show them some appreciation. Reporting for the Warrior Weekly were Riley Byron, Kylie Chanowski, Lex Bach, Rachel Blucher, Neo Fritz, Brielle Kakamo, and Casey Condon.
Next, MCHS clubs transformed downtown McHenry, painting the windows of local shops for the magical homecoming parade.
Paint the Town is an annual festivity of McHenry High School's homecoming week. On Thursday, September 28th and Friday the 29th, students from various clubs and activities paint the windows of local businesses to spread school spirit throughout the McHenry community. Student Activities Director Cara Vandemide coordinates the event and explains the purpose behind Paint the Town.
Paint the Town is a long-running homecoming tradition where students in both athletics and activities can work with local businesses in order to try to raise spirit and get the community involved in our homecoming celebrations. So they go and they paint the local business windows.
Paint the Town is a long-running tradition dating back since the beginning of MCHS. This year, the administration's goal is to get the community involved and bring back the traditions McHenry once had.
There's a big push this year to try to reclaim some history from past homecomings long before I worked here. And the administrators went through old yearbooks and they found a bunch of really cool vintage homecoming photos. And two are from, they say 1987 on the painted windows. And so you can see students from 1987 McHenry painting the town, which is kind of cool.
Paint the Town highlights local businesses while promoting MCHS clubs. Teacher and Student Council Advisor Mrs. Lucas explains the outcome of Paint the Town.
So Paint the Town helps bring awareness to our local businesses and all of the really great things that we have right here in downtown McHenry. And it also brings awareness to the school to let the community know that it's homecoming and all of our great events that we have going on this week.
A variety of clubs and organizations participate in this event, which means that a large number of students attend the event. Paint the Town is an all-inclusive event that allows every student to participate. MCHS students give their perspective on this event.
Getting able to show everyone, like, this is my club, this is my school, this is what we're doing, being able to use our creative energy and come out here together as a club and get excited for this amazing event coming up.
And then we also paint stuff that promotes homecoming. So our theme this year is Enchanted Forest, so we're probably painting some trees and some other fun stuff like that.
Paint the Town has been an event since before the 1940s. For a tradition such as this to be kept and cherished for years shows how much MCHS cares about its history. Paint the Town builds a community and school culture while upholding MCHS history. Reporting for the Warrior Weekly, we are Dennis Turkin, Mikey Grenda, Rachel DeSalvo, Travis Coquinos, Kyra Henry, Ray Ahmed, and April Hanneman.
This past week, McHenry released the 2022 edition of The Warrior.
During homecoming week, WSM releases MCHS's 2021 through 2022 Netflix-themed yearbook. Mrs. Betsy Goy talks about how close her students got and what it was like to put the yearbook all together.
The process was really fun. So the class that I teach for yearbook, we spent the entire year on it. It was one of those processes that we just kind of work well as a team, and everyone got really close last year, so I thought it was just a fun thing. It definitely was a little stressful at the end because the school year ended, but we still had events, pictures coming in and things like that, but everyone pretty much pulled together and we got everything done, so it was good.
Though being a part of yearbook is often underrated, Annie Trin shares what her experience is like being a part of the yearbook team.
Being a part of yearbook has been really fun, in my opinion. We got to go interact with a bunch of people, take pictures, and overall it was a very fun experience.
Photography was a huge part of our 2021 through 2022 yearbook. However, Goy expresses that the next yearbook will include more writing and features.
Definitely more stories. So we really were picture heavy on this one because everyone had so much fun taking pictures, and you'll see that there's so many that are from the student's perspective. So you probably saw some kids running around with cameras last year and taking pictures. But this year, so again, still being elevating our photography game and getting some new cool pictures in there, but then also featuring people and having some bigger, longer stories so that when you go back and look at the yearbook 20 years from now, you can remember exactly what was kind of happening homecoming week and what was going on rather than just seeing the visuals.
Last year's yearbook, The Warrior, hit our student body with a bang. With how well our Netflix-themed book turned out, I think it's safe to say MCHS will be looking forward to everything new and exciting that will come with our next yearbook. Reporting for The Warrior Weekly were Maddie Spencer, Allie Casey, Matthew Woods, Ethan Bailey, Cole Amosi, and Matt Colino.
If you haven't picked up your yearbook, you can grab it in the main office.
The weekend before homecoming, students march across the streets of McHenry to show their school pride and crown the homecoming king and queen.
On Sunday, October 2nd, MCHS students took to the streets of downtown McHenry to celebrate the start of Homecoming Week. 14 floats and hundreds of students paraded for their community members throughout the sunny afternoon.
Get the community involved and be able to see everybody out there being on a Sunday now as opposed to being in the middle of the week. I think a lot of people will be able to show up for it.
During the parade, a panel of judges observed and voted on the best float. This year's winner, the varsity volleyball team, put a lot of work into making their float stand out.
I think it was a really cool accomplishment because we did put in a ton of work and trying to just make it the most fun as possible.
By changing the parade to a weekend, Pelletier and the Student Council hope to include more community members such as Joel Thomas, who came out to support the school.
It's very exciting to see all the floats and see my kids participate and everyone just having a good time.
The afternoon's festivities finished with a ceremony to honor homecoming royalty. Senior Evan Griffiths and Olivia Adams were voted on by the student body to be crowned as homecoming king and queen.
For me, it means the world to me, especially with her.
Yeah, it was really exciting. I didn't really realize it, but it was really exciting, and it just means a lot that I got to do it with him.
The new format for the homecoming parade was a smashing success for everybody involved and helped to bridge the gap between the school and the McHenry community. Reporting for the Warrior Weekly were Alyssa Thomas, Ellie Machashik, Maggie Machashik, Juliana Rees, Madison Harvey, and McKenna Harvey.
Homecoming football is one of the premier events of Homecoming Week. We rally together to support our team's efforts and create our own football culture.
At McCracken football field every Friday, students gather to support their team by cheering and getting everyone hyped for the game.
I think with student sections, I think we've increased each game. It's gotten a lot better, and we've improved in how we've been talking and expressing what our thoughts are to the student section.
I think it gets better every week. Last week's win was huge for them. It helps a lot having a student section that backs you, especially at home games.
Band and color guard all play an important role when it comes to creating an exciting atmosphere at the games.
I think our motivation is just to be good for the band because we're just the leaders of the band and we have to put on a good face for them and make them feel supported and strong.
Because we've got people from literally all over the school. We got cross country, we got football, we've got dance, it's literally all over the place. And just learning how to mesh those personalities together to make a good band is one of the things that we're still working on to this day.
Students share a combined love for each and every one of the games and continue to arrive with next level excitement.
I like hanging out with my friends and I like watching the game even though I don't really understand it.
I have no idea what's going on, I just like yelling.
It's just the amount of people here. Everyone wants to go to the homecoming game because it's such a big game. It's the most popular one there is. So many more people makes it more exciting.
Without the student section, football games would lack the culture and enthusiasm that make them great. So make sure to show up and support the team at our upcoming games. Reporting for the Warrior Weekly, I'm Emberlyn Carlson. Have a great week, Warriors.
That's all, folks. Be sure to follow the Warrior Weekly on all social media platforms, including Twitter, Insta, and TikTok.
For Rayanna Ahmed and all of Warrior Student Media, I'm Cooper Bruin. Have a great week, Warriors.